Doggone it, looky at all those frantic people. My, oh my.
Yep, and those monster TSA lines.
Canceled and delayed flights. Hey, those baggage carousels with everyone ready to grab and go.
Okay, guys, I think it's time to go to work. When the Wright brothers flew their test flight for 12 seconds in December 1903, they could never have imagined what was to follow. An era of cross-country travel that changed the world. Welcome to LAX. With over 75 million passengers a year, it's a modern-day mixture of technology, logistics, security, schedules, people, and stress. You've already met the Dude, Dazoo, and Eve. They're 3 of the over 80 LAX Pups, a rare breed of pet and therapists on 4 legs. LAX Pups was started over 13 years ago and has grown to dozens of airports around the country. Hundreds of dogs roaming the terminal halls in search of stressed-out travelers.
You see the stress level drop. So for all the people who thought, well, doesn't make sense, they've all come around to say this is the best thing ever.
Meet Heidi Hubner, the brains behind the mains.
When I came to the airport and upper management was talking about, what can we do to enhance guest experience? And I was like, therapy dogs. We need to have therapy dogs. And they were like, what would that look like? And I said, I know exactly what to do. Launched in 2013. And as of today, there are 91 airports nationally and internationally that have therapy dog programs that I've helped. I had a nonprofit before where we did humane education, and we had therapy dogs going to schools and hospitals and senior centers. So it was basically taking the same concept and bringing it to the airport. The big question was, who do we partner with, and how do we have insurance and liability to cover the volunteers, the dogs, and of course the airport?
I wasn't opposed to the idea of a new and exciting and different opportunity for us to excite our guests and meet our guests' needs. The manager and me immediately started asking the questions. What is this going to say for our insurance requirements? What if the dog bites somebody?
Alliance of Therapy Dogs is who the national organization is that carries the insurance for the LAX Pups. If it wasn't for the insurance policy, there would be no Alliance of Therapy Dogs, and there would be no therapy dogs that are out there.
But I can say that it didn't take long for me to fully embrace the beauty of what this program was providing for our guests. The PUP program, I always like to say, is the crown jewel for the department.
So when putting the program together, I had to convince risk management. Luckily, our CEO of the airport was like, I love it, let's make it happen. But obviously attorneys and everybody making those important decisions. So we did everything, made sure all of our I's and T's were crossed, and got it done. And they have embraced it since day one.
Heidi's one of the main reasons that I felt good doing this, and she just made us feel so comfortable and so able just to, bring your dog in, and it was all very, very dog related. If your dog's not in the mood, you leave, and that just put us completely at ease. Ozzy, I'm not quite convinced he knows he has a job. He thinks he's just coming with me so I can tell everyone what a good boy he is. He's just got the personality for it.
We have therapy dogs that go into the terminals and help de-stress passengers who are afraid of flying, or their flights have been delayed and they're just stressed out.
We actually had a person tell us that she'd petted the dog, she was scared to death of flying. She wrote us back later on and said when she started getting really scared on the flight, she pulled out a dog's card and looked at him and calmed her down. It is an amazing program, and we have seen so many people just relax. They see the dogs, they start smiling, they start talking to the people next to them about their animals that they have at home. Kids that are scared to death to fly that are now hugging on the dogs and loving on them and getting kisses from the dogs.
He knows that when that vest goes on at LAX, he has a job, which is to bring joy or unstressed passengers here at the airport.
If you like me, you can rub my belly.
Hold your hand to my nose and scratch behind my ear. I'll give you love, it's as sweet as jelly. Wash away your care, lick away your fear, 'cause I'm a pup. Yeah, 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 I'm a pup. And I'm all that you need, I'm a pup. Yeah, 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 and I'm enough. I'm enough. When time get rough. Rough, 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 I'm a pup.
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
It takes a special breed of dog to become an LAX pup. Temperament, patience, good manners, and a great handler count.
My name is Ellen Ballandante, and I am one of the founders of Deity Animal Rescue and Foundation in Los Angeles, California. The reason I decided to reach out to LAX Pups is because of this girl, Chloe, who has spent her life in a gazillion ways telling me how much she loves people and how she wants to put her beautiful energy out into the world. We have not yet passed our test, but we have high hopes. We are here, I'm signing in for my parking, and we are going to have our test to see, if Miss Chloe is going to become an LAX pup. Wish us luck.
Okay, Ellen, so what we're gonna do is we're just gonna go in the main area of the terminal, and we're just gonna let Chloe do what she wants to do visiting people. And we're gonna make sure that we're spread out so we can go on opposite sides of where Deborah and Jack are.
Okay. You can pet her. I wasn't even 100% sure if she was going to be a long-haired dachshund because, like, they're just so little anyway. But she kept growing and her legs did not.
What's better than petting dogs?
Part of the test is that you came prepared for the test.
Thank you.
And that didn't happen on a couple levels. And so it's not happening today.
Okay.
Mommy screwed up and forgot some paperwork. So we are going to do part of the test and then finish it later.
Unfortunately, training is strict and not everyone makes it.
Hi, I'm Deborah Minlin, and I'm one of the tester observers for Alliance of Therapy Dogs. And this is Jack the Welsh Terrier.
The stroller is great because he's a smaller dog and people are often sitting and not all those people can bend down to a dog. Coming out, Jack. Excellent, good boy.
And Jack likes to sit like a little teddy bear. The stroller must be a dog stroller. You can't use a child stroller. Somewhere on the leash or collar, you have to have your Alliance of Therapy Dog heart tag.
So one of the main rules is you can never, ever, ever let go of the leash. Once you let go of the leash, there's no insurance. There's also a 2-foot rule with the dogs. The dogs are supposed to be 2 feet apart at all times. And that's for the safety of the dogs and the handlers.
So we have uniforms for the volunteers and for the dogs. So the volunteers wear the shirt that says pup on it, our red shirts, and then the therapy dogs, our pups, have their red vest that says pet me really big on it. And I love that because literally today I was out there and people are like, oh, it says pet me, it says pet me.
People often ask me here if Jack's up for adoption.
Jack.
And I have to explain to them that I'm his mother, and so he's not adoptable.
Jack is hungry. Jack, do you want to go for a snack over here?
Yeah.
You don't even have to question the value of that interaction with the people, even the ones who are not even touching the dogs. Dogs could be actually used for world peace because they bring such positive vibes to everyone.
So the trading cards are the best invention that we ever did. They're like little baseball cards that people collect, and it's so much fun.
I need one more dog.
His job is saying hi to you. But you don't have to pet him. He just has to say hi.
Is he like in training, like for a...
No, he's one of the airport therapy dogs. He's Ozzy. And he comes with a collectible.
Oh my goodness.
Ozzy's currently batting .400, which isn't bad. And We hand them out to the passengers. The passengers absolutely love these things. And it's not just the passengers. We have got the volunteer booth at the bottom has these taped all inside their cabinet. So anyhow, that's the cards, and these are a big hit everywhere we go.
I'm Marta Tacano, one of the many tester observers for Alliance of Therapy Dogs Incorporated. I have been with the organizations for a long time, and I have gotten nothing but a very pleasant journey, testing and observing dogs.
What do you get out of this?
Joy. You just saw how many people we made happy just bringing the dogs. And also I got to know excellent human beings who wanted to participate in this journey of being therapy dogs handlers. Most of them have become very active in doing hospital visits, libraries, schools, you name it. And they find it very rewarding, as I do.
While there are some dogs and handlers that don't make the cut, there are many more success stories.
Hi there, my name is Krista and have been with the program now for about 2 years. When we originally adopted Waffles, he came from a rescue up in the Bay Area. Unfortunately, had been a product of abuse, and a Good Samaritan was able to save him from being dragged intentionally behind a car, period. I got involved with the pup program primarily because I wanted to be able to share Waffles with everyone else.
Hi, did you say hi? He's a therapy dog, and we volunteer our time here at LAX.
There's a lot to it for the human aspect, that we know that we're bringing joy to sometimes, you know, an unpleasant situation traveling, if your flights are delayed, or if you're going somewhere you don't necessarily want to go to, or if you just miss your dog. I think the most important thing that I see is I can tell Waffles loves doing what he does. He's kind of the mayor of the neighborhood as it is too. Everybody knows Waffles. He just loves everybody, so he's just kind of happy being, and he's also happy doing something with me. We definitely have a connection, he and I do.
He's ready to go and say hi to everybody.
In its many years of pleasing passengers, the pups have ventured out beyond the airport to schools and colleges, de-stressing students during midterms, final exams, and the stress of everyday school life.
We have coverage of our teams here 7 days a week, different days, times, and terminals. We do a Halloween parade that's coming up, our holiday parade, but also when we had the shooting in Terminal 3 years ago, the pups came out in full force to comfort the employees and the passengers. So, you know, we have when CrowdStrike happened and they lost software and airlines couldn't fly, the pups were called to come out and go to one of the terminals.
And a host of other civic and airport activities where our furry friends show up for a little love and comforting. And Heidi and her crew have created a village and social aspect to LAX Pups with special luncheons and events.
We're here for our volunteer recognition dinner. I'm so excited. We do this every year to celebrate our volunteers. So we have a lovely dinner served, we have drinks, we have entertainment, photo booths, raffle prizes, pins of service, anything we can do just to do a big thank you to all 3 of our volunteer groups. So we every year do LMU, Ronald McDonald House, Make-A-Wish Foundation, Westchester 4th of July Parade, UCLA, USC, and then other different community events, which is so awesome because people are like, we can't wait to see the pups. We're so excited to see the pups. Sometimes I'll get an email or a phone call saying, hey, I just wanted to tell you I was having the worst day, or I was traveling because of this and meeting one of your teams. I needed that.
On a recent trip through LAX, a fellow passenger collapsed and passed away. I was overwhelmed with emotion after the event. I went for a walk in the terminal looking for a safe place to cry, pray for his family, and I literally almost walked into Layla. What a tender mercy to have a dog to hug on and cry and know that she understood my sorrow.
a lot of people are very nervous about flying. And the minute they see a dog, just seeing the dog, they get to touch the dog ultimately, but just seeing that dogs are there just brings the anxiety level to such a lower point that the dogs are let in to their souls and to their hearts.
I came upon your crew of 4 dogs, and it was the best serotonin boost ever. I cried a little, in a good way, and felt refreshed for a long day of travel. Thank you for this program, and thank you to everyone who works to make it possible.
LAX Pups, which stands for Pups Unstressing Passengers, has created thousands of comforting moments, emotional interactions, and expressions of love and joy over the years. Perhaps one of the most touching stories is that of Chance, Heidi's first therapy dog and the love of her life.
Chance was my Shepherd Husky rescue mix who was in the program almost since the beginning. He was incredible. He brought so much joy to everybody that he met, just like everybody else. Chance loved coming to work.
I had just lost my other dog, who was a therapy dog, Chowsy. And she said, "Oh, I have your new dog." And I said, "Oh, I don't know if I'm ready for a new dog." And she goes, "Oh, you are." So she brought Chance over, and he was perfect.
It's love leaking out. We all love Chance. He was a phenomenal dog.
So every time I have to say he passed away, it's just hard. I miss him. I miss my boy.
I have, some of my volunteers that have had 5 dogs in the program now. Some other ladies just came back that lost 2 of their dogs. They have 2 new dogs. The majority of our volunteers, they rescue or get new dogs and work with them and train them, and they continue on with the program. That's huge to me. That speaks volumes of how much it means to them. The dogs love it. You see them smiling. They know how to read people, and they love it. The dogs get just as much out of it as the passengers and, of course, their owners. It's just a win-win for everybody.
A lot of things he don't understand, but that don't mean he ain't my man. There's a lot of things that he can't do, but that don't mean he ain't my dude. There's a lot of songs that he can't sing, but that don't mean he ain't my king. There's a lot of things that he can't buy, but that don't mean he ain't my guy. He's my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is my dog, my dog, my dog, my dog. Yes, he is.
Well, all he needs to appreciate.
There he goes, that's my dog. There he goes, that's my dog. That's my dog. One in the corner there, that's my dog.
Guess they're all whispered that.
The one with all the hair, that's my dog.
Oh, he's so cute.
There he goes, that's my dog.
Time to meet some people.
My first thing was, I'm terrified. I'm not going to work here because I don't like dogs. It's just warming. It's just comfort. It's just joy. It's happiness. And I appreciate all of you guys that have the dogs and bring them out to the hospitals and to the parks and to the airports and to places like that to where it brings unstressing to people.
Travel is stressful.
We appreciate it.
And so if you get to see a furry friend, that makes all the difference. I mean, my heart is happy. My heart is happy.
If you like me, you can rub my belly, hold your hand to my nose and scratch behind my ear. I'll give you love, it's as sweet as jelly. Wash away your care, lick away your fear, 'cause I'm a pup. Yeah, 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 I'm a pup. And I'm all that you need, I'm a pup.